everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm going to review episode 10 of Danganronpa 3, Mirai-hen. Only 2 more episodes left, guys, and it took 10 episodes for Munakata to finally be on Naegi's side. Wow. Now, of course, it did take quite a bit. Even in this episode, it took a lot. I mean, you know, Munakata really did beat the shit out of Naegi, which, by the way, thank you, Munakata. Thank you for doing that for me. Oh my gosh, I was so happy. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for that because there are suddenly a lot of Naegi fans, but Munakata, when he's repeatedly punching Naegi, I was so happy. I'm being honest, man. That made me smile so much. I'm like, I don't know. You don't know how long I've been wanting to see that happen. And the fact Naegi got shot in the leg and everything, and I'm good now. I don't really need to complain too much about Naegi or how much I want to strangle him anymore because Munakata did it for me. So you know what? All that anger and frustration is now gone. It's gone. I don't like Naegi, however, I don't really hate him so much anymore. But anyway, when I started this episode, I was thinking, what does this mean for Chisa after what happened in the previous episode of Zetsubo-hen? Because you know, at the end of the previous episode of Zetsubo-hen, Chisa was consumed by despair. So I was wondering, and if you didn't know, I did a live reaction discussion on this episode on Kukullen's channel, so go check that out if you haven't already. But in that live reaction / discussion stream, I asked Ku, and I was just like, so does this mean Chisa was covering up her despair this entire time? Or has she been cured by this point? Luckily we got our answer. Munakata was looking at the photos, and oh, what do you know? Turns out Chisa was consumed by despair till the end. That sucks, man. She died while still being consumed by despair. That sucks. She was despair-filled, however you want to call it. I don't know, there's too many despair puns, I don't want to use them. Really sad to see, but that also raises a few more questions even though we got this answer. And that is the whole mastermind thing, because some people might take this as Chisa is the mastermind, but that's not really it. We don't really understand too much of Chisa's involvement in the whole killing game, and we don't really understand Tengen's involvement as well. And Kizukura seemed to know a couple of things too, but mainly it was Tengen and Chisa. How come they knew everything? Personally, I don't believe that they are the masterminds. Because then what is their goal exactly? Like, they just wanted another killing game? They just wanted to make sure the Future Foundation was all completely consumed by despair, since you know, hey, another thing that got proved right, if you remember, I called it way back, I called it, but the fact that the killer alternates, everyone is the killer in the new killing game. I'm just like, yes! And Kyoko has already figured it out. Asahina picked up Kyoko's journal, which I'm really surprised that Naegi didn't pick up the journal and look at it first and then go talk to Munakata. I'm surprised he didn't do that, but you know what, it's whatever. So we're gonna find out everything that Kyoko knows, and we know that Kyoko knows everything. So it took me a couple of times to understand this, but if you watch past the ending theme, there was an end credits scene, and with this scene we see the fleet going towards Jabberwock Island. So it's just like, finally, great, we're going back to Jabberwock Island. It took you long enough. I swear to God, Izuru must be getting pretty bored just staring at you guys. But then we see one ship go in the opposite direction from Jabberwock Island. Take a closer look. I had to myself because I didn't notice it at first. Someone pointed it out to me during the stream. But yeah, there's one boat going the opposite direction from Jabberwock Island. So what does this mean? It could mean that Byakuya's team won and they are bringing back, you know, the remnants of despair. Or Izuru Kamakura took over, which is most likely what happened, because you know, you don't stop Izuru Kamakura, no. So I'm pretty sure Izuru and a couple of the other remnants of despair are in that ship. I don't believe all of them are on the ship, just the ones that are awake. So this could mean that next week we are going to see Izuru and find out what happened over at Jabberwock Island. And if you know how Danganronpa works, it's the second to last episode where we finally get to figure out who the mastermind is, and then the finale episode is how we're gonna solve all this. So the question is, what was Chisa and Tengen's involvement in the killing game? Did they really set it up? Because I don't want to believe that they set it up, because I don't think Tengen was consumed by despair, especially after that whole fight that he had with Munakata. I don't think he's consumed by despair, but like, why did Tengen know everything? Why did Chisa know everything? And it's kind of hinted that Kizakura knew more than the others as well. So why them? And who is the mastermind? Catch later as I live react to Mob Psycho 100, review Dead 2, review Nanatsu no Taizai, and review The Promised Neverland. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.